I mentioned earlier in the program that there was a really important milestone relating to Fox News that had been achieved. And I want to talk about that now. For the first time ever, Newsmax TV got a higher rating, a larger audience than Fox News at a particular point in time. This has never happened before. And this relates to so many stories and issues that we're following. This story is about the brewing Republican Civil War. This story is about the growing war between some Trumpists and even Trump and Fox News. And this story is also about the next 2 years of political media. Recall that Donald Trump for the last year, but especially after the election, has started going after Fox News. Why? Because Fox News accurately reported sometimes that Joe Biden won the election. That's it. That's what Fox News did. That has attracted the ire of the president and many of his followers. And Trump started talking about Fox is done. You got to watch Newsmax now. You've got to watch OAN. And these channels, Newsmax and OAN, are so outrageous that they actually make Fox News look slightly reasonable if you watch at certain times of day. And we've talked about how this will have an effect. And in fact, even at various Trump rallies, when they interview attendees and they are asked, you know, even Fox News has called this, why don't you believe it? They will say, Fox News is part of the left now. You have to watch OAN and Newsmax. So this is trickling down to more and more people, this idea that Fox is now part of the left. And so this had a real impact in terms of ratings as well. This is just one data point, but it's the first of its kind. Monday night, in what's called the demo, the key demographic of 25 to 54-year-old viewers, Greg Kelly Reports, which is a show on Newsmax, had more viewers than the Martha McCallum show on Fox News at the exact same time. Now, it was a really small margin, 229,000 to 203,000, really small margin. But it's still a first because prior to the election, the numbers were not even close for Newsmax ever. Now, one thing that remains to be seen is whether Newsmax grows online. When Trump mentioned Newsmax, Newsmax got a ton of YouTube subscribers. Like, for example, they now have 1.7 million. We only have 1.1, almost 1.2 million. But in terms of views, on about half the days, we get more views on YouTube than Newsmax does. So just because people subscribe doesn't necessarily mean they're consuming the content. But even without knowing that, this is a huge media story because I've often explained it's not so much that it's the number of people watching Fox News or Newsmax or listening to Rush that matters. It's that they set the agenda for those who watch, and that then trickles down through the right wingosphere. And with Trump in the White House, Fox News has literally been setting the agenda. Something will appear on Fox News, and within minutes, Trump tweets about it. And it becomes a story for hours or for a day or two or even for weeks in some cases. So even though only a few million people might ever see one Fox News show, it has agenda setting power. And that's what might change after Trump leaves office. If Trump starts giving exclusives to OAN and Newsmax, even without huge viewership, OAN and Newsmax could start agenda setting for the right. And that, again, would be a completely humiliating debasement of American media and culture. And remember, Fox News really caught on around the Bill Clinton impeachment. Fox News started in 1996. And then when the Clinton impeachment took place from 98 to 99, Fox News exploded and became more like what it has been recently. In the exact same way, Trump's entire "they stole the election" fiasco of 2020 could be what puts Newsmax and OAN in a similar position and sort of here to stay in right-wing media, which is really, really scary. For me, it's interesting because it'll be fascinating to cover this for the next 2 years. But for the country, it's terrible. And the more people that are getting their news from outlets like this, the worse off the country is going to be.